the world comes tumbling down. Come on, dog.
Your water barrel's already over there. Are we live streaming?
Yeah.
Hello, people. My feet. What is up with my feet?
I should throw you the cam.
We are fighting over corn, it looks like. There's a little on the ground over there, so they, you know. Sorry, Mama.
Ah.
Huh? Come on, ladies, no fighting.
It's Polly versus Peanut.
Yeah.
Now it's Peanut versus the Smileys. Now it's Polly versus Coco. Now it's Polly versus Kaylee.
Oh, they just, that's Peanut right there, I believe. Yeah, that's Peanut. This is Nancy.
Oh.
Nancy's got the white collar.
Collars look the same to me. You're right, though. Peanut is all the way down. I can tell by her horns.
Yep. Yeah, Nancy's horns are just a little different. Peanut's curl a little more.
Right?
But they're the same breed. They're both Sonnens.
Hey, Rusty Butt.
All right, come on, Melinda. Melinda's bagging up.
Early morning yesterday, I was out before the goat fight. I really have enjoyed my stay. Yeah, I see all the mole holes. They're everywhere. Oh my God.
A bunch full of kitties. All right, guys. Hi, Dawn.
Did you water these guys yet?
I have not touched water, but didn't you treat water yesterday?
Yes, I did, so it can only be filled today. It can't be poured out. I guess I'll have to do it then. Oh, sweet Madam Blue, the future is all but found. Ah, your worst nightmare came true. Sweet Madam Blue expired. Over here.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Okay, I don't want to see it. You're going to go in and drag her out.
Oh, she's dead.
Alright, I think she's got a collar. I'll take the collar. Whenever you're ready to, you know. Here, I'm going to get this out of your way.
I can't,
so you can throw this.
all right.
Throw it out there, I guess.
Okay, now when you're done, you're gonna have to take the cam because I can't have the cam on me while I'm going in and out dragging the goat.
You can bring her through here.
I know, I'm gonna, but I can't have this hanging off me while I'm doing it.
Yeah, all right, let me get the water out
Okay.
of the way.
We knew it was coming to an end for her, so. Right?
She lived a long, happy life.
Hey, Dave.
We have her children.
Hey, Ras.
Fortunately, we only have one female from
Yeah, I know.
We've got the polywall.
We have Pinner too.
I don't think Pinner's down somewhere, is he?
Pinner's out of her, bred to the old, that old silver male. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, what do you want me to do?
Just take the camera while I go drag
Okay.
this out of here.
All right. Just get that ramp out of the way.
Dog did.
Yeah, no shit.
Motherfucker.
Uh-huh, told you. It's not gonna make any difference whatever we do. There's nothing that can be done, dude. Come on, let's get this done.
Holy shit.
Just move the fucking thing out of the way. You don't. Come on, dude. They don't need a fucking ramp. They're goddamn goats.
Yeah, I know.
The chickens need a ramp. They do not. All right, I'm not filming that, dude. Yeah.
I don't care.
Well, it's...
I don't think anyone really wants to see it that go.
No.
Not really that interesting.
No, it's not. Yeah, I knew it was going to be soon, dude. She's a big one, too.
Yeah, she is.
Well, she ain't that fucking huge, but...
Huh.
Alright, I got a collar. Goodbye, sweet madam. Aw. Well, it is what it is. We live and we die. It's the cycle of life. As utterly horrible as it seems sometimes, that's the way it goes. You know? So. Yeah, I know. It's okay. It's okay. You guys got some hay there. Don't worry, I'll be back with more. Okay. Alright, I can't see checks. I got my hand over that side of the phone. But I gotta go up and get a bale of hay from the other area. Oh, man. She was such a sweet girl, too. Her whole life, she was just wonderful. But, you know, 7 years is a long life for a goat. 7 to 10 being, like, really long. And, I don't know. Yeah, I know, Pin Man. I'm coming. Hey, buddy. It's El Jefe. Hey, El Jefe. How's my buddy? There he is. There's his little snoot. There's Jasper. Hey, Jasper. What's going on, Jasper? Okay, here you go. Let me out. Take the phone. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna go up and get a bale of hay. I still have water to do inside.
Oh, if you want to wait, I'll go with you.
Yeah. Okay, Mama, we'll be back. Don't worry, I just gotta get a bale of hay. I haven't cut anybody inside hay.
Okay.
I gotta get that done. You got a job to do with sweet madam later?
I covered her up already.
Didn't you want her skull?
Yeah.
Did that already?
No.
No. You'll do that at some other point?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll do it later today.
Yeah.
Or tomorrow. I don't know.
Dude, whatever. Just keep in mind we got coyotes close.
Yeah, well,
So the quicker you do it,
they're going to eat the guts out of it first. That's what they always do.
I know, I'm just saying, you know.
Hey, freedom to film.
Fuck.
I should say Mrs. Freedom to film. What up, Hag? You want me to throw a bale down?
I'm gonna take this one. It looks pretty good. Ow. My wrist is extremely sore. I'm wringing clothes out by hand.
I know.
Okay, thank you.
You broke your ass today.
I know I did.
Huh.
Sorry.
That was my left nut.
Oh. Well, at least the right one's okay.
Yeah, Dave, we grow our own hay. We have some somewhere, Tunis.
What?
Hay hooks.
Yeah.
We never use them.
Nah. We have all of the accoutrement of farming. This doesn't always get used. Gotta haven't rode a hay rack in
A while.
a long time. Dude, I spent my youth doing that shit.
Yeah,
Hard work.
I know it is.
Alright, right here. Just gotta go in the barn first. We're probably gonna lose one or more goats this year yet.
I know.
Oh, you killed a caterpillar. You stepped on a fuzzy.
Oh,
That would squish under your foot.
I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
My feet can't feel rocks. They won't feel caterpillars. I'm sorry.
Now, you know those ones that you gauge the weather by?
No.
Like, dude, didn't you ever see they're brown and black and, like, I don't know how they work it, but
My first job was
you get more of.
at a feed saw, slogging hay and other feeds. I hear ya. Hay rack is a hillbilly gym, and most of those gym guys can't even handle it for long.
Dude,
Yeah,
riding a hay rack
It's
and
exhausting.
baling.
Between the itch of the hay and the heat and the sun,
The sun.
it destroys
constant
you, man.
fucking motion, the height, the work. It's fucking exhausting, even when you're young. It's exhausting. Whoa.
Yeah, it's tolerable, more tolerable when you're young. You get old and that shit beats you into the ground. Love oat hay at 250 pounds plus a bale. We're lucky we don't have any of that. We just got, we have alfalfa, clover, 2 types of clover, Brahm, and Timothy in the hay, and then weeds. Last time I played catch behind a baler was about 3 years ago, and I was dead for 3 days. Holy shit. Yeah, I don't have enough ass in me anymore to play behind a baler.
Alright, little guy.
I need a hay rack.
Tell you what, I got fresh hay for you. Where do you want this? Where do you want it, buddy?
Yeah, I've been there stacking that shit all day in the summer heat. It sucks.
This is much better than the...
Especially in a barn with no ventilation.
There you go. Boy, is he loving that corn.
Do you need to top him? Or he should be good.
Everybody, I'm not done with hay yet.
Oh,
Just hang on.
okay. I'm not trying to rush you.
I gotta figure this out, man. I gotta figure out how much everybody gets, you know.
All right, well, I'm just gonna hang. I'm gonna hang here for a minute till you get that figured out.
Yeah, that's fine.
I still got to go water the chickens.
Don't forget, I got a group of boys back here now, too.
Yeah, I did forget.
All right, guys.
I have a hard enough time keeping track of the chickens.
There you go. There's one. There's the other one. right back with your water. You're doing good.
All right, why's your hair standing, buddy?
Why is his hair standing?
Yeah, that's kind of different.
What? Where?
On the back, his hair is standing.
Because it's a rut.
I just never seen him do that before, that's all.
He's blowing at you. Look at his tongue. He says, that's my woman. Get away. That's my mommy. You can't fuck with my mommy. Because I will hurt you. Okay, man.
You that upset that I'm here, dude? Really?
Yeah, he's very upset.
You're fucking pissed off.
He is. He's a boy. What do you expect?
All right, well, I'm going to walk away from him so I don't terrorize him.
That might be a good idea.
He's getting really dorked off at me for no reason.
Well,
Hey, Violets. Thanks for stopping by. It was H-Bar and our feed and supply in El Canyon. It's not there anymore. Spent a lot of my 20s and 30s stacking racks, some of my 40s too, but fuck that shit. Exactly, Tunis. Hi, Violets. Lion 1. You're right. And Brenda Ulrich. And Brenda in Canada. My dad worked at the other feed store when he was in college. Glenview Feed in Lakeside, California.
Hey, you like that? Damn, look at the size of his nuts. He's starting to act and look just like fucking Stinky.
Yeah.
That's Stinky too, right there.
El Jefe is going to be stinky too. Not good.
What?
And not good. I hope he's better tempered than Stinky.
So far? Well, he's got that juvenile fuck you attitude going on right now.
Yeah, I know.
He's a kid.
He was much cooler before.
You know, what do you expect? Hi, boy.
Oh,
Hi, boy.
I found me a smoke hag. I'm stepping on out. Dog, dumb dog. I wished I was a coyote. I do. 'Cause I would come and mess with you. I would. Hey, Jenny. Welcome to the Boredom. We have what you need. Cat attack. Oh, cata. I can't believe she dug that shit all the way around that pylon. Hey, Mr. Westino, good to see ya. Violets definitely can't come here for the singing because we don't have it. Hey, Freedom to Film, what's happening? I am in the first coffee of the day and no voice yet anyways. That's cool.
All right, let's see.
I can't tell you how many coffees I'm on, but I'm a couple pots deep. It's 9 a.m. Wednesday. Awesome. It's 6:02 p.m. Tuesday here. Run on coffee. Sweet.
Good boy. Good boy. Yeah. All right, Jasper.
Definitely need that coffee. My end life plan comes with a guard goat called Nancy. Sweet. I don't know if we have a Nancy anymore. I'll ask Hag. I'm sure we've had one. Do we have a Nancy?
Nancy? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Of course we have a Nancy.
Hag has a guard goat called Peanut.
Yeah. Peanut is my, yeah. Peanut is my little guard. Oh.
Violet wants a guard goat named Nancy.
Well, Peanut's a sonnin. He's the white goat with the blue collar out there. And what?
I did their water.
Yeah.
I did everybody but these girls out here.
Oh, they probably need water too then.
Yeah, I didn't give them any water. If you want,
Here.
one of us can take the hose out there. I'll take the
Oh,
hose.
hang on, I'm still working with it right here.
When you're done, I will take the hose. Let me know when I can have it. I'm gonna go deliver a goat treat. Goat treat. Welcome to the goat treat. There you are, Peanut. Here you go, Peanut. Cookie. Nancy.
Did you treat their water?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Melinda. Oh, Donna, you took off. Here, Brony. There you go, Donna. Hey, you're a pig, Donna.
They ate a lot, or they drank a lot of water today. That's good.
Oh, that wasn't Donna, that's why. That was Cookie.
Can't you tell the goats apart?
Yeah, usually. Not today. I'm having a bit of a problem with my
There's
sight.
Nancy right there, and that's Peanut over there.
Yeah, I know who Polly is.
No, Peanut.
Yeah, Peanut's the one with the curled horns to the right, and Nancy's to the left, right?
Well, now Nancy's to the right.
Yeah, now.
Yes, Nancy and Peanut have
There,
the same
Melinda.
look. They're out of the same stock.
Here, eat that. That's not nice beating her up for it. Jesus Christ, guys.
Yeah, we're gonna get the dog water inside.
Here you go, guys. A couple go fight over there. A couple of you guys go fight over here. Brownie, don't be so mean to Polly. Did you get some, Polly? Here you go. Here, pal. Grab some and go.
Not all of it goes in there.
Give me what you want to throw.
Here, right here. So that. That. Alright, one more piece. And the rest of it goes to the other goats. There we go. Look out, kitty. Come on, look out.
Do you? I can't even remember your name today, goat. Kaylee. Took me a while, sorry. Want me to come throw that? Oh, stinky.
There we go.
He's got his crayon out.
Of course, always.
Wants to paint a picture.
Hey, buddy. Okay.
He likes the hay finds.
They all actually do. That's why I saved it for them. Somebody will pick through it. Oh, look, it's Adolf. Where is Adolf?
You have too many names, Hag.
That was a beautiful bale of hay.
Yeah, it was.
Absolutely gorgeous. All right, everybody's got good water?
Yeah, Violet, sometimes I have problems remembering my own name. I don't respond very well to my God-given name or whatever you want to call it.
Just call him old guy.
You know, I respond to that much better.
Hang on, I'm not done.
Are you actually going just to close a gate? Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord. Oh, hell yes. Gonna put on that party dress.
Sorry, dude. You know,
Whatever makes you happy, Hag.
with the way things have been going lately,
Yeah, I know.
it's not up to taking chances. You don't have to change this, but
It was not
I
Violet.
probably will
Got ya.
when people are here, but you know, I got one more hose to tie up over there.
I like old man better as a name than anything.
What, old guy?
Old guy, old man.
Or
Don't.
road hog, everybody calls it road,
Yeah,
but that's not like a,
that's only on YouTube, though.
yeah, that's kind of relatively new, actually. Okay, what do we need taking in?
I got 4 eggs that gotta go.
That's it?
4 eggs, 3 empty gallons. And I gotta go give these guys some water. I watered everything in the cages and all that, but I gotta go dump some other water in the big thing before we go for the ducks and stuff. There you go, weirdies. Did you guys eat all your food?
by the half an egg shell on this other one.
Yes, there was. We still have not slayed the weasel.
Well, we're gonna need to do something about that chicken wing.
I'm doing the best I can on it.
I know. Shut that feed behind you. You don't even have that shut.
There's no feed in it.
Okay, well, lock the door when you're done.
I'm gonna.
Alright, come on. What's up, Chauncey? Hi, Chauncey. What's up?
I was gonna double feed them again, but no, I don't think I'm gonna.
That's up to you.
Oh, I think they're just gonna scratch it out. Their gizzards are full already. For like the third time.
Look, it's the Chauncey.
Yep.
Hi, Rafa. The Chauncey. What you doing up here, Chauncey?
What are you doing, Rafa?
What?
I will answer to most things, just don't click your fingers at me. I don't think my fingers click anymore. So I think you're pretty safe on that. Oh,
Okay, you wanna shut the
well, I
garage
got two things. Want to step on that for me? If I'm going to go close the door.
Yeah.
I have to bait the trap again, too. Don't worry, Chance, I ain't going to get you, buddy.
Any idea when we're gonna get our next order of dog food?
Tomorrow, possibly.
We owe from the last one?
No, we do not. We usually leave a check in here for him.
Well, I know, but I didn't. Remember you
Yeah,
came
we
without
did.
us thing?
No, we did last time.
Are you sure?
Yeah, he texted me the amount, remember?
Okay, I just want to make sure I'm caught up.
Oh, we're current.
Man, I got a full boot of corn. Once you go in, I gotta take things off.
Alright, I'll put that out for the raccoonies. Or the possums, whichever decide to come first.
Or the skunk, whatever.
Right?
Whatever we get. Two things we get a
Yeah,
possum
Jenny, we got
out of.
rid of one today.
Yep.
Alright, thanks for stopping in, Violet. Hey, Wanda.
Hey, Wanda, what's happening?
Dave, it's a little four-banger. Hey, Bruce, what's happening?
Looks like the brick, one of the bricks fell.
Yeah, the cats.
Yeah, I know. I kind of had a feeling. Without actually cementing that top portion, you know, without like that or putting a wire tie around it,
Right?
you know, like wiring it around that barrel, it's not gonna stay.
Right?
I gotta come back out and check laundry too. Coffee's on the table over there, you know.
I need to make a smoke. Hey, what's happening, Autotron?
I got a lot to drag up the stairs, so.
Oh, if you want, I'll take some of that crap. I just want to grab my coffee. Yeah, 2.3, Dave. 2.34 banger. As we were out by the catbird. It's not real loud today. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not. Yeah, it is a 2.3, but unfortunately I don't have a turbo, Dave. It's just a regular old gas motor. No add-ons. Nope, no tornado warnings here that I know of. It's actually still enough for the tornado to come right now, though. There's not a breeze in the air. Hey, Frank, good to see you. Honestly, Dave, I don't remember. I haven't looked at the motor ever since I put the steering pump in. All I remember is that it's 2.3. What's the deal on the farm today? Good question, Frank. We no longer have a sweet Madam Blue. She croaked. Other than that, pretty much the song remains the same. 2.3 with a Holly 350 is a screamer. I've never been one for Holly carbs, dude. I prefer the Carter carb. No, we still have 2 of her kids. We have 2 goats down from her. She croaked from being old. I knew it was going to happen, just a matter of time, and today happened to be the time. Quadra junk. Yeah, not a big fan of them either. That's just a fact of life, Jenny.
What?
Sweet Madam Blue.
Oh, she was old, dude. 7 years is ancient for a goat, and it's
Right?
hard to live past that. So.
Yep.
You know, she was a good goat.
Oh, yeah, just a goat, Wanda.
A cashmere. Sweet Madam Blue was a cashmere. She was one of the blues. We had 2 blues, or 2 reds in that blue, remember?
Yep.
2 reds and a blue, and the reds turned out to be the shittiest fucking mothers we've ever had.
Yep.
So we sold them off for meat.
Tie your shoe, woman, before you hurt yourself.
Well, first I want to take the corn and dog food out of it.
That would be smart.
Yeah. And the hay.
Now, Frank, she's going to be coyote and coy dog bait.
Yep.
Hey, Joni Rotten, good to see ya.
Oh, it's Maka's brother
Your
under the
baby
table.
ducks
Hey,
will be there Thursday. Awesome. That's cool. What kind of ducks did you get? Ruins, Pekins, Muscovies, Blue Runners?
Indian runners, blue Swedes.
I mess that up all the time.
And then what kind are the ones that give us eggs?
The Khaki Campbells.
Khaki Campbells.
I
Yep.
told you my brain ain't working today.
Is it ever working at full capacity these days?
Silver apple. I can't even pronounce it. Silver apple yards. What they are either.
Not really big on, I'm not up on my ducks. I know what we have.
Yeah, I'm.
But
I'm pretty limited on my duck knowledge too. It's Muscovies,
I know that
Pekins,
duck poop
Ruins.
soup makes the best fucking fertilizer your garden will ever have.
That is true.
So if you provide them with a pool of water and they poop in it, do not get rid of that water if it's during growing season. Pour that on your garden. It's awesome. It'll give you a nice little boost. That's probably why our apple tree produced at 3 years of age.
Probably.
And why the roses did so well when we had them. And everything else. God, thank God for these ropers, dude.
Wanda says it likes to rip when I'm at the table.
Probably. I gotta go check laundry.
Oh, I'm gonna go roll a couple smokes. I'm gonna go to ugly old man mode.
Are you gonna go in?
Yeah.
Alright, well I'm gonna check laundry. I'll be in.
Because this is gonna rip out.
Dude,
What?
those are baby birds, aren't they?
That's a catbird.
They're young ones though, aren't they?
Yeah, they're not. They don't look full grown.
No, those are fledglings. Like, they're this year, that's like a late batch.
Very late hatch. There's some cardinals, right? Oh, she said, Leslie, she said, roll a joint. Joe, have you been seeing? Rolling addiction. That horrible. Let me see if I can get a solid connect in here. Brooks uploaded one vid in our page. A strange S-shaped cloud appeared to be a chemtrail, and today our sky was swirling, but the radar showed no storm near us. Just weird. You missed that, Wanda? Not sure which part you missed. Me going to say I was going to roll regular tobacco because I'm addicted to it, or something else. Anything I said, Wanda, really wasn't important.
Well, we were talking about...
I was addiction,
Oh.
and that was about it, Wanda. Being a little bitch boy crying about my shit.
Okay.
Probably nothing, but I just find it interesting. So many things going on at once. The sky is falling. Yeah, Johnny Rotten said to Chicken Little, the sky is falling. It hit me in the head. Just blend the two together. No, that's horrible, Frank. I would never waste a good joint by rolling it with tobacco. That would like defeat the purpose. Plus, I don't know if the cigarette roller would actually roll herb or not.
Sure it would. Why not?
Because the only thing I have, one of them zigzag rollers.
Dude, if you can put tobacco in it, you can put bud in it.
Well, I've never rolled bud with
I'm just saying,
this type
it
of.
could be done.
Okay, well, I've never done it with one of these.
Well, I probably wouldn't, because think of it, dude. It wouldn't be like, you'd have to do like a bunch of them. You know, otherwise it would be like a waste.
I don't know. Just roll a joint the old-fashioned way. It's easy enough.
Fuck yeah, I'd smoke one hit or both.
Right?
You know, get out my Sherlock or something.
Exactly. but I do sprinkle some keef in there at times, maybe a little residue from the pipe as well. Wanda says I've tried it and it doesn't work very well.
Oh, you don't even want to see the resin in my fucking pipes. Oh my god, they are so resinous. I'm seriously, that's how much resin is, you know.
I don't know. I've never been.
In those things.
I never liked smoking herb mixed with tobacco.
Old guy.
What?
These 3 ear twigs laying here, are they used or
No,
not?
they're brand new.
Then why do you leave them here?
Because I
Put them
didn't.
back if you're not going to use them.
Because I was gonna finish using them, but I haven't. Sky video, sweet. I'll have to check that out. Wanda, I never liked resin. Yeah, I wasn't a big resin fan either. That was like desperation times.
Well, yeah, but I don't want to waste it either, so what I thought I would do is something that we used to do when we were younger, and that is you make resin cookies out of it. You save all the resin and then you mix a little bit of bud in there. You know, grind up a
Well,
little
that's
bud.
different. I could do it that way.
Yeah, well, that's what a lot of people I know used to do. They used to make what they would call resin
That's
cookies.
the one from today it was spinning.
Okay, get out of my way for a sec so I can wash the shit off my hands.
Frank says, too bad we weren't closer. I got some stupid fire. And I couldn't read the rest. I think he's talking about herbs.
Oh man, I gotta get the goat poop and the stuff off my hands here. Too bad we aren't closer together because I got some stupid dummy fire.
There you go.
I don't know what that is.
Herbs.
Oh, cool. I only know one name of the shit, of multiple stuff that I have right now. I have a little bit of Girl Scout cookies, that's what I got a little bit of, and then I've got a little bit of hash, and what else? I don't even know the names of some of the stuff. I have no idea.
There's White Widow. There's 1847.
No, I'm talking about what I have.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know what I have.
Then there's like 4 other kinds I can't remember the name of.
Well, then, what's his name gave us some.
Right.
That shit is the bomb, I must say. It's really good. Actually, we've gotten...
Roaches are good if you have 3rd or 4th generation joint. Hell yeah.
Hey, you want to know... Anybody ever used a roach stone? Do you guys remember those?
Frank says, I always rolled joints but never saved the roaches. And then Joni Rotten says, isn't that considered drug abuse? Hell yeah, it is.
Throwing that shit away? Fuck yeah, that's drug abuse. Alright.
Frank says, you got some fire. Joan says, I greatly appreciate my friends who don't save their roaches. They let me have them. Hell yeah.
Cool. Hey, that's how we found out the kids were smoking. The dogs busted them out bringing to the roast.
Wanda says, I just gave one to Blinken.
Cool. Alright, I need some hot coffee here. There we go. Oh. Yeah, my whole hand, the tendons in my hand are like shot, dude. Look at them sticking out.
A stone. She gave her a stone.
Look at.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Blinken showed me a stone last time
That's
they were
the one
down.
Wanda gave her.
Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. I had a really cool ceramic one with a picture of a 3-masted ship on it.
Can you take
Really
a
pretty.
chat while I roll smokes?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but that was many, many moons ago, and over all the times that I have moved in my life, it's gone. What up, Jenny? Yeah, I don't have my roach stone anymore. I wish I did. It was so cool. It had it was white ceramic with this big 3-masted The old-fashioned, like the galleon type ships, you know? Really beautiful. But, evening, Chris, what's happening? Would I like one? What, a roachstone? Yeah, I would like to have another one. I haven't seen them. Well, I haven't looked either, but I haven't seen them. You know, I haven't seen them in any of the shops we go to, you know. But we don't like when we go to the tobacco shop.
Let me tell you something.
What?
We had to go to a different tobacco shop this time.
Yeah.
Because they were closed. We
Okay.
missed it by a couple minutes.
Okay.
Dude, that place is a giant head shop, man. They've got
Sweet.
paraphernalia. I don't even know what the fuck it's used.
Sweet. Yeah, I haven't. I honestly, I haven't looked online for them. I'm sure, you know, I could find them, but I mean, it's just something you never see used these days, you know. Everybody's using bats or either that or, you know, they're dabbing or they're I mean, the contraptions people use now are just, you know, it's crazy. But yes, we are in Illinois, Frank. Weed is legal here.
Finally.
I honestly did not think I would live to see the day.
Yeah.
Honestly, I thought I would be dead, but you know. But yeah, you know, I mean, I have a few glass pipes, and I've got a little wooden pocket pipe. I've got a little keychain pipe. I got a couple of bats. I've actually got a glass bat, a couple of metal bats, a grinder, because everybody needs a grinder. You know.
Did you say grinder?
Yeah.
Is that a dirty place on the web?
No, not that kind of grinder. A weed grinder, you know. I have no idea. I don't deal in dispensaries. I'm not. There are caveats to the laws here in the state, so I'm just going to stick with the old ways, if you know what I'm saying. You know? So.
Yeah, the worst you get is a ticket now.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I'm not, there's no way that I'm going to go claiming medical on it, and that would just be crazy.
Yeah, that would stop our...
I would lose my FOID card. There's a possibility I would lose my FOID card, and I'm not up for that. So, yeah, you know, the law is just...
and then your Second Amendment's gone.
Yeah, you know, I don't need to lose any rights because, you know, I've signed up for something, you know, that I've been doing my whole life anyway, you know what I mean? It just doesn't make much sense to me, you know? Hey, jump on the bandwagon because everybody else is. Nah, you know. No. Well, in Illinois, medical or recreational, we have both.
We have both, yep.
Yeah. So, you know, I mean, it depends on what state you're in. Some have just medical. Yeah, we're both. So, you know, I think you can grow a couple plants yourself.
Yeah, I think 6.
Yeah, I'm not sure the amount. I'd have to look it up, but yeah, so. But yeah, it just doesn't make much sense to lose rights over.
That's only if you go get a medical
You know,
card.
I mean, good, yeah, that's the medical end of it, you know. And honestly, for my pain level, it doesn't even work. You know, I have yet to come across anything that works for pain. I'm a chronic pain patient, so I have lupus, and I have some spinal injuries, so, you know. Well, yeah, that's what the accident did, dude.
Yeah,
I woke up 3 days later and had no idea who I was, where I was, or what happened. Yeah, no, I know. No, brain injuries take a god-awful long time to heal. I had mini seizures for years. You know, it's been, fuck, man, how long has it been since the accident? Like 10 years?
I don't know.
It's been a long time.
I don't really think about the accident because it freaked me out too much.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were going to be a fucking vegetable for life.
I thought I was going to die, honestly, dude.
I thought you were going to be a vegetable.
I mean, it was pretty bad. So, anyway. Yeah, I mean, it's like here, it's up to the individual doctor whether they report, you know, certain, I mean, it depends on, the doctor or specialist or whatever, whoever you're going to and what their policies are, you know. No, CBD isn't the part that helps with pain. CBD is more for other things. I believe it's the THC under it that helps with pain, isn't it, for most people?
It's supposed to be the CBD.
Is it? Really?
Yeah.
Didn't work for me.
Yeah, I know.
So, I don't know. I mostly smoke it to relax.
It all depends on your level of pain.
Yeah, I imagine it depends upon the individual level of pain and how tolerant you are to pain,
Or how fucked up you are.
how messed up your body is, what is wrong with you, the whole nine. So, I don't know. I think there are a lot of variables involved. For me, it does not cut the pain. It's I would say it's more of a distraction. Like if I get really high, then like it distracts me from the pain for a little bit, but the pain is always there. So, you know, it is what it is. But, yeah, I don't use cannabis for pain. I
Tried every piece of
yeah,
every type of
yeah,
kratom ever made.
pharmaceuticals. That's the only thing that really helps me. So
Tried everything of kratom ever made.
yeah, we've tried everything. Kratom, I think honestly is for low level pain, in my opinion. But they haven't, you know. Um, but I mean, it all depends upon your individual chemical makeup and what's going on. So
I think if you live in a 100%.
yeah, that
Except
compounds it. And like I say,
since milk.
I have lupus. So imagine feeling, and I know it's really difficult to imagine, but imagine constantly feeling like somebody is scraping the marrow out of your bones with a dull spoon. That's my world. 24/7, 365. And that's only one little part of it. Um, I get, I get, I don't even know what you'd call them.
You'd call them nerve twitches or spasms.
Yeah, nerve
I would
spasms.
describe it as a spasm.
It's just like a spasm where it feels like somebody's poking me with an ice pick. And it could last for a few seconds to
twitches.
hours at a time. And yeah, that's another god awful pain. And then I have massive skin conditions. Most of the outer symptoms of lupus I can control holistically with a mixture of essential herb oils and pressure point therapy. So I do get relief, and then we eat, or I should say, we do cheat, but we try to eat as organically as possible, and I think that helps a lot. What you fuel your body with is a big part of how you feel. So.
It still boils down to pharmaceuticals.
Yeah, it still boils down to exactly. My level of pain, 1 to 10, daily is probably about a 9. So, yeah, I'm not in great shape. I still keep moving. I try to move. Everybody sees me moving all the time, and I try to move constantly because if I stop, I'm fucked. So,
Sweet Madam Blue.
you know. Well, it all depends, regular, normal opiates that most doctors push is not something that I would want. I don't want to get on that train.
Rode that train.
Yeah, I don't want to ride that train. That train just keeps getting longer and longer and bigger, and it never ends. But there are medications available, that are scheduled a little differently that help a lot, and your intake level doesn't change.
Even opiates at a high level, it doesn't kill the pain.
No, it's not like you're pain free. It takes the edge off and allows you some quality of life, and that's
Right.
basically where we're at. That's where I'm at. So, but I mean, That's the problem, you know. Chronic pain is mostly invisible, so people don't understand it, you know. They see you walking around and they think, well, what are they talking about? They look fine to me.
An arm and they think it's the end of the world.
Yeah, you know, and then, yeah, you break your arm or your leg, and people think they associate that with chronic pain. Like, and that's not even close, man. That's acute pain, and that goes away.
That's like having a fucking migraine headache, man.
Yeah, to me, that's like, yeah. To me, if I broke a bone, well, I recently broke my foot. I live with it daily, so you know. But I mean, hey, these are the cards I was dealt, you know. So you make the best of it, you know. You do what you got to do. All right. Let's see. I can barely read. Johnny Rotten, Joni Rotten.
Yeah, Joan.
Joni Rotten. All right, Joan. Have a good evening. Get some rest. But you know, I mean, when it comes to pain, the best thing you can do is, you know, get on it medically right away. You know, get a record of it going. You know, even like for me, it took forever to be diagnosed with lupus because back in the day, most doctors had no idea what it even was. You know, and it was hard to connect all of the different symptoms because they're while there are the basic few for systemic lupus that are the same for most people, they vary. So some of the symptoms I have might not be the same as someone else with the same thing. It's a very strange immune deficiency disease. So, you know, kind of like fibromyalgia and rheumatoid arthritis and all the other ones. It's you know, it's tricky to diagnose. So that took a really long time. And once there, you know, you have to decide which path you're going to go down. Are you going to go down the you know, what modern medicine tells you should take? Or, you know, yeah, I get it, Judith. You know, that's the same with Rode. You know, Rode's got major back injuries. And, um, yeah, there are a lot of immune deficiency, excuse me, diseases that are rather similar. Um, you take Valium for spasms.
Yep.
And Valium, you know, it's not something he takes every day, but when his back is spasming, that helps a lot.
Every day. What do you mean?
Well, yeah, you take it every day, but I mean, some days the spasms are worse.
Yes, they are.
So you know, you might, you know, one day, you know, once a day you might cut a pill in half or something. You know, I mean, it all depends. You know, but yeah, it's tough to live with shit like this. You know, people. I mean, you can explain it all you want, but until you live it, you know, and things like anxiety and depression and uh, you know, there are just a lot of other things that brings it on. You know, um, yeah. See, I couldn't live on that. I could not. I would die. I would just, yeah, life would not be worth living.
On what?
Gabapentin and Tylenol.
Ooh.
Yeah, pass. Yeah, I'm 60 years old. You know, there's a difference between addiction and dependence. A diabetic is dependent upon insulin. That's the way I look at it. Okay? That's actually the way that most pain organizations look at it too. Chronic pain, high level chronic pain, is, you know, it's completely treatable and manageable, but, you know, you have to go to a specialist. Basically, you have to find somebody that will help you. You know, and you have to figure out what you're willing, you know, what you're willing to do. See, our country is so fucked up when it comes to our medical system. It's everything is. It's like a business. It's corporate. It's not. It's almost like nobody takes an oath to help anymore. It's like the caduceus means nothing. I don't know. It bothers me. But it's just a big money thing. Well, my outer symptoms, like I say, we manage all that holistically. The pain, there's nothing aside from growing my own poppies, which won't grow here. There's nothing you can do but go see a doctor, and you know, yeah, you got to get it on record, and you have to be very careful with the wording and the paperwork and all that stuff too. Otherwise you get labeled, as an addict, basically, and you can lose a lot of your rights. And you certainly don't want that just because, you drew a shitty hand in life. So, exactly. No, they don't cure. Cure is not what they do, they treat. And if you notice, most of the medications out there, like the ones that I was originally given for lupus, it's a mishmash pulled in from all other areas of medicine. I believe at this point in time, they're not even really funding studies for lupus or for medicine to treat it. They're just borrowing medicines from other areas, area, cancer, just all kinds of shit. And most of it makes me sick, makes me feel more sick. Take steroids and Vioxx and uh, just a whole like shit ton of medication that made me feel worse than I already did. So I manage the pain, everything else I manage holistically. I eat right, and that's what, and I keep moving, and that's how I deal with it all. But I mean, yeah, at my age, I'm not worried about being dependent upon a drug. I'm 60 years old. I want quality of life. I don't want to live to be 100 and fucking 10. I don't care. I want quality of life while I'm alive, while I'm able to live it.
Especially in this day and age.
Yes. Get up for a pack, will you?
Yep.
Hang on a sec. But yeah, otherwise it's not. Otherwise life just isn't worth living. I mean, I should quit smoking. I know this. Um, I don't even smoke a pack a day, so I'm way down. So, yes, you just have to find a doctor that agrees with, what's right and ethical and compassionate.
Pharmaceuticals, I'm dependent. Cigarettes, I'm addicted.
Well, yeah, I'm
I sure as fuck don't need these.
yeah, I don't need cigarettes, but I'm addicted to them, and they're legal. That's messed up, you know.
It's very fucked
And
up.
yet to treat.
Cool.
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
Breaking everywhere. Yeah, we still do. No, I just put a shitload of poison underneath the couch and on the couch and on your table.
No, they're
No,
not.
they're croaking. They just don't croak in 24 hours. It takes a couple days. They go out and look for water and die.
But yeah, there's a difference. Most people don't understand that. A lot of doctors don't get it. There's a difference between addiction and dependence. Like a heart patient is dependent upon certain medications to manage their heart. Diabetic is dependent upon insulin, and a pain patient is dependent upon
Yep.
an opioid of some type. You know, um, and yeah, I don't get this whole yeah. We've been taking the same medication for the last what, 15 years, almost 20 years. without an increase in dosage. Without an increase. So there are medications that work. There are. Doctors simply have to be willing to prescribe them and get off the, this whole thing of bowing down to big pharma and, taking kickbacks for how much, OxyContin or whatever they sell,
They rather give you fucking oxys and morphine. And
Yeah, the worst thing you can probably take is, just a regular, caffeine. That's another good, there's my coffee cup, Yeah, we Subutex. That's where it's at,
I take
honestly. What?
I have two addictions. I'm addicted to coffee too.
Yeah, caffeine and nicotine are our two addictions. Those I would consider to be addictions, because honestly, we don't need them. There are other food addictions too, like processed sugar is a huge addiction for a lot of people. Processed grains, a lot of people are they actually put things in our food that make us addicted to them. They make us want it more. And we keep buying it,
Sugar was hard to give up.
But, so you just have to be willing, to find, you have to find something that works for you and stick with it, and I've got a good thing going, we manage the pain, we manage the symptoms, we eat properly. And honestly, the minute we gave up processed crap and quit eating fast foods and white bread and all this other shit, I don't even think, processed foods. I don't think most people, given our level of convenience and, our overall food source in this country, I don't think most people understand how poor they actually feel. A lot of people are like, they always feel tired, fatigued, dragged out. Uh, you know, they have digestive issues. Uh, you know, mild symptoms that would indicate that they're either have sinus problems or very mild flu-like symptoms. A lot of that is from the food that we're consuming. Seriously. And then, a lot of people argue with me on this point, but we are the only mammal that drinks milk post-weaning. Every other mammal on the planet weans their children, and then they begin to get those same vitamins and minerals from other parts of their diet. They no longer need milk. We are the only mammal that gets milk from another mammal and keeps drinking it right through adulthood. And it does us absolutely no good, especially when they pasteurize it, pull the vitamins out of it, and then how do you put that back in? But they do, or so it says on the jug. I don't know. Very strange. Yep. Twinkies, McDonald's, chicken nuggets. You bet. They're loaded with flavor enhancers, odor enhancers, preservatives. Uh, a lot of the things on the labels you can't even pronounce. A lot of them are redundant. No, and milk won't help your bones. That's just the dairy councils, the national dairy councils. Milk, it does a body good. No, it actually doesn't. Uh, Probably one of the better milks that you can drink, it comes from a goat. If you need to cook with it or um, drink it or whatever, yeah, goat's milk is fantastic. The caseins and the fats are completely different than from a cow, and it's loaded with vitamins and minerals. But um, yeah, calcium does absolutely no good without, what is it? Phosphorus? Yeah, if certain vitamins and minerals are not in balance, or eaten, at the same time, or in your body at the same time, then they don't process properly and do the job they should do. So, you know, I don't drink milk. Yes, much better when it's fresh straight out of the cow, I'll tell you. I lived on a dairy farm for many years. You would turn the paddles off, dip right in, with the pitcher into the bulk tank, and absolutely, yep, let that cream rise to the top, the butterfat. That is one of the most awesome things. Goat's milk is fantastic, though. You put some of that in your coffee, and it's like drinking whipping cream. It's excellent. Unfortunately, it takes a god awful amount of milk to make a little bit of cheese. Um, so we don't normally get the opportunity to make enough cheese, since we don't run like a whole, you know, a goat, actual goat dairy with machines and the whole nine. But yeah, the good old days. Oh man. But yeah, that's the ticket, man. Everything natural. You know, when you eat meat and you know where that meat comes from and you know it's been consuming, you know, or the soil that your vegetables and fruits are grown in. When you don't have to use an ungodly amount of sugar to can or to make jelly or apple butter or whatever. Like we don't with our apples, we don't if we wait for the right time to pick them, we don't even have to use sugar. And we process everything, the skin, the seeds, the core, pretty much all of it to get all the pectin. So, oh, thank you, Jenny. My phone locked up mid walk, and I lost a bunch of it. Um, box there, and there's still beautiful echinacea out there. Everything's going nuts. So, yep. The apple butter we make comes straight from our Fuji apple tree, which honestly began producing apples at 3 years of age, and that's highly unusual. We bought it on sale, believe it or not. I don't even remember where, at Lowe's or some garden center, and I planted it. And I think the reason that the tree grows so well where I put it is because it's like where a driveway once was. So most of that soil, there's like a ton of gravel down there. So the roots are highly aerated, which they need. And it's on a slight slope, so when it rains, it doesn't sit in moisture, but it gets plenty. And then, of course, I used duck poop soup on it when it was young, so I think that helped. But yeah, our grandkids usually grab a spoon and just open up the apple butter and go to town like it's applesauce. They love it. Yep, yep. Autumn joy should be blooming like crazy right now. I've got hydrangea. All right, we're ripping along. Um, the honeysuckle's still actually blooming a little bit, so that's kind of cool. And yeah, there's some really cool wildflowers blooming right now. Two different kinds of asters, and they're not anything I planted. There's like little natural lavender asters out there, and then there's little white ones, and they're both really, really pretty. And what else? Oh, there were some very interesting berries across the road that I wanted to find out what the heck they were. I don't know what kind of tree it is. It's like an understory, kind of a short tree. And it's got these kind of oblong shaped berries that are bright red, really pretty. I don't think they're edible. There are morning glories blooming here too. They're not anything I planted. They're natural. Um, they're kind of bluish purple, and they actually strangle everything around here. they're pretty invasive. Oh, autumn clematis is in full bloom too, so that's a beautiful plant. Spring is my favorite time of year, though. Fall is nice, but spring is my favorite. Like, I love it when the star magnolias open and the red buds are in bloom. You know, that's my time of year. When the tulips and daffodils come up, the crocus. Yeah, I really do. I need to get under a lot of stuff and pull some of that morning glories out. They just strangle everything. I will do that. You know, we had some friends here the other day, and she has an app on her phone. I got to find out what it is. And she takes a picture of it, and in this app, and it identifies the plant, gives you the common name, the Latin name, and then all the information about it. It's kind of really cool. So mums are gorgeous. I don't have any. Mums have actually been bred. I mean, I can remember my grandmother had mums, and they came up every year. And now they're blooming more for flower color, flower size, shape. They're not blooming for hardiness anymore. So you really have to find somebody that has real good old-fashioned mums if you want them to keep coming back. Um, but that's true of a lot of things. Most of the roses they sell, like at Walmart or at most of the garden centers, psh, they're junk. You know, up here we're zone 5, so anything that's grafted is gonna die unless you baby it, and I refuse to baby plants. But luckily, there are a lot of gorgeous roses out there that have been specifically bred for cold weather. There's some great Canadian kinds out there. Griffith buck roses are real popular, and they're cold hardy. Own root roses. That's what you want. Own root roses. You know those little miniature roses that you find, and you can get them at garden centers? You can plant those right outside. Those are own root roses. I normally plant them like in an eastern exposure so that they get morning sun and they have a little bit of protection from like the winter winds that come from the northwest. But yeah, miniature roses are all own root. None of those are grafted. So you can put those right in the ground and they come back. So, you know, but any rose, pretty much any rose has a lifespan. And, you know, it's not, a lot of them are just not forever. Yeah, Johnny, that would be sweet. That would be sweet because I'm not up on my mushrooms or berries. Um, oh, hell no. Hell no. No, if I have to do anything special to any kind of perennial here, it's going to die. That's just the way it is. I don't have the ability anymore to do that kind of work. When I could, um, anytime I planted anything, I would always mulch it. As long as you keep, you know, a good 3 or 4 inches of mulch on top, everything should be great. And then that mulch will keep, you know, not cedar. You don't want to use dyed crap. You know, just natural pine mulch or whatever. But and then debris, like you know, when the leaves drop and fall and all that, I don't rake. I let that stuff blow, just blow and gather under everything, and that's its winter protection. And then of course snow. Unfortunately, we don't get as much snow as we used to, and that snow is very important. That's like an insulated blanket for perennials. So you know, but no, I don't do anything. But like I say, all the roses that we've planted here have been own root. They've been on their own roots, and that helps tremendously. Anything that's grafted, take a look at the tags. Most of them come from a place called Tyler, Texas, and we're in Illinois. That's not the same gardening zone, and that graft, yeah, it's just ridiculous. But that helps them to, grafting roses is a really quick way to make lots, you know. Although honestly, taking softwood cuttings and cloning roses is not that tricky. It's really not. I mean, you know, you're gonna have some loss if you do like a whole flat of them. You know, you'll have some loss, but you'll also have some that will root. So, you know, yeah. See, you're in zone 6. You're lucky. You're one zone, you know, warmer than we are. Um, that's exactly why they're short lived. Is because they're not grown on their own roots. Yep, I actually took the pot that it's in, and I threw the pot out in the garden, and I plan to dig a hole and just dump that whole thing right in there wherever I see fit. And yeah, I've seen those cactus growing elsewhere. I know they do grow here, and they're gorgeous. They're cool. They're really cool. Thank you so much. Um, but yeah, you don't really have to do anything as long as they get enough sun and they don't get overly wet. They'll be fine. So yeah, those things are really cool. But it's pretty amazing though. You know what? I mean, you think that you don't we don't tend to think of the gardening industry like we think of other corporate industries. But if you think about it, they're in the business of making money, right? So repeat customers, that's what they want. They want you to keep coming back and buying more stuff like soil, uh, plant material, you know, perennials, everything. So they're not going to give you all of the secrets. You know, they're not going to tell you, you know, the actual science and physics behind proper root health, or you know, proper soil, or you know, I mean, there are lots of schools of thought like on pruning roses, and honestly it makes absolutely no difference. I don't prune roses. I take dead wood out usually, and that's it. Sometimes I don't even bother, you know. Yes, everything is hybrid, and they're breeding for flower color, size, shape. You know, they're not worried about longevity, genetic health, you know, this kind of thing. So you know, this is why it's hard to find moms that come back. So, but yeah, I mean, you know, there are a lot of it's amazing. There's lots of schools of thought on soil too. You'd be shocked, but soil is a lot of arguments in that department, just as much as there is with politics. You go on any message board, and you will find arguments on soil, believe it or not. But honestly, you have to think about it from just a basic physics point of view. Growing in a container is nothing like growing in the ground. You know, when you put a garden in, when you grow anything in the ground, whether it's a bulb or a vegetable or an annual or perennial or whatever, you have the help of Mother Nature and all that she provides, which is, you know, everything from the tiniest good bacteria and fungi to, you know, worms, nematodes, all these things that, you know, moles, all these little things that run around and help aerate and break down natural matter into usable food that the roots can uptake. And, you know, in a container, you don't have that. You know, so they sell you these bags of silty shit that really don't do anything. You have to, you know, you have Mother Nature's help, and you cannot accurately uh, get the same kind of environment in a pot. It can't happen. It's not going to happen. So what you have to do is you have to play God, and you have to control your amount of light, your amount of moisture, your temperature, you know, all of that, the food, you know, you have to control all of that. And it's taken me a long time to learn, but you know, it's just I look to well, it actually the way to pronounce it is bonsai, but bonsai growers. I mean, look at the trees that are in those tiny little pots for hundreds and hundreds of years. And you think about, well, how do they do that? Check out the soil they're using. Check out how they're treating their roots. Without healthy roots, a plant can't be happy above the ground, can't be healthy. So, there's a lot to learn, honestly. But it's so elementary. Once you get that information, logical. So yeah, it took me a long time. For a long time, I couldn't figure out why my bulbs were rotting in their pots. What was I doing wrong? No, I did not. Jumping worms that are destroying the soil. No. Oh, but I know that when things are out of whack, you can pretty much tell what nutrients are in abundance and which are missing by what weeds are growing in abundance and which ones are absent. So that's something to keep in mind. And that's in the garden, of course. Okay, yeah, there's a lot of invasive species that don't belong here that have come from other countries or, other areas that take over. And they destroy, for instance, like the lionfish, for instance, that comes from like Indonesia or like that area of the world. And, they've been dumped, I don't know, they come in with whatever, shipping, whatever, and now they're like everywhere around the world, and they're just destroying coral reefs, eating up, all of the natural wildlife that's there. So, well, there you go. See? Yeah, everything that, I don't buy soil. I make my own, for containers. And you'd be shocked at what I use. Hi, what's up? Um, what I use to make my container soil is like 3 ingredients. Pine bark fines. Well, pine bark pieces. Um, so it's pine bark pieces, coarse perlite, and granite chips. That's it. Because you think about it, roots serve what purposes for a plant? Anchorage and um, a way to uptake moisture and a way to uptake food, nutrients, and that's pretty much what they need. And I mean, you can grow a plant in a controlled environment, but yeah, without. I mean, if you notice when you like pull your annuals out of the pots at the end of the year, most of the feeder roots that they ring the outside of the pot, and you'll notice that they go through like they'll be hot to dry out, and believe me, roots need oxygen. So it takes so long for that to dry out that what happens is those feeder roots die, and that plant continually has to reproduce all of that. And you'll find them like wringing the outside of the pot looking for dry soil to grow in because they need to be moist, but then they need time to dry out. So yeah, it's all pretty interesting. But it's all really, honestly, it's so elementary that, I can't believe I didn't think about it, 40 years ago. But when I got turned on to a couple of articles that I read, I was just like, oh my God, that makes total sense. So, yeah, when you guys are out, man, we got to sit down and discuss some shit. And I gotta pull the link out and turn you guys on to some really great articles on how to root prune to keep like trees and shrubs that you have in containers to keep those healthy. Root pruning and different recipes for different soil that are fairly easy to make yourself. and they keep your roots healthy. So no, I do not cover or baby anything out in the garden. I just let it grow. And if it can hang in there, great. If it can't, well, it is what it is. But yeah, no problem, Wanda. As a matter of fact, I actually, what I did was a long time ago when I ran into these articles, I downloaded them into a text file, and I keep it on my computer at all times so I can go back and reference certain, bits and pieces. So yeah, I don't know. I can't really pull them up in here, but I have. It's actually at a place. Honestly, it's at a place. It's at a website called Houzz, Houzz, and it used to be called Garden Web. I don't know if you guys remember that or not. Huge gardening site. Houzz took over, and they're more interior design and decorating and scamming people and ads and all that other shit. But there's still a lot of really good information on the website. So, yeah, I will definitely, I'll see if I can't get that link to somebody. And if I can, I'm on Facebook. So if anybody else is on Facebook, I'll send him the link and he can throw it up to YouTube. How does that sound? Something like that. We'll figure it out. But anyway, yeah. But that's how that's how the bonsai trees the growers manage to keep their plants alive and healthy is through root pruning and the type of soil they use and how they manage their moisture and all that. It's very interesting. So, but yeah, own root roses are the way to go, especially for colder zones. Like, I mean, there are roses that are developed that will survive in zone 3. So, zone 5 is a picnic. Under what name? Oh, on Facebook? I might as well because it doesn't really matter. But yeah, Jodi, Jodi, Koura, Koura. That's my name. I just doxed myself. I don't care. Doesn't really matter. Kennels and books and videos, so it doesn't really matter. But that's me. Yeah, we're not hiding. So, if you send me a link and let me know who you are, send me a request or whatever and let me know who you are, I will, I'll let you in. And then I will try to pull that link up and send it to you. So you can do a little bit of reading because it's really interesting. Some really interesting information. And like I said, I mean, God, if I had known that, I spent hundreds and hundreds of dollars on a bulb addiction because I love amaryllis, like hippeastrum bulbs. And there are so many different kinds out there and so many different exotic bulbs that don't grow in this zone. Like the only kind that we can really grow here outside are the naked ladies. I mean, everybody's grandma had those, right? And that's what the heck is it? That's I can't think of the name of it. Oh, that is Hippeastrum squamigera, I think it is the Latin name for those. But they're the only ones that will grow here and survive the winters. Everything else requires a pot. Like I've grown Scodoxis, Sperkelia, rain lilies, crinum. What else have I got? Lettiboria. Then I've got some other bulb, and I can't. It's not really a bulb. It's more of a corm. It's can't think of what it's called. It's the weirdest looking thing you've ever seen in your life. It looks like a little brown pineapple. It's very awesome. There you go. Well, actually, it's in the container gardening forum. And the guy who writes the articles, his screen name on in there is Tapla, Tapla. And the article you're looking for, it's in container gardening. You're looking for, it's called oh, hang on a second here. Something about water retention. And it's on like it's 20 something re-up, where he has re-upped it because so many people have had interest in it. What the hell is the name of that thing? That article?
I don't know.
It's oh my god, I would have to go look. Something in water retention. Container gardening and no, oh good god. I'm having a total brain fart right now. I'm sorry. But anyway, yeah, he wrote a bunch of articles and they are right on the money. A lot of people disagree with him, but I think it's because, you know, everyone has to adjust for their own environment, their own climate, their own gardening zone, their own micro environment. And a lot of people don't want to spend the time because growing in a grittier soil definitely takes more watering time. It takes a little bit more care, but the results are worth it. They're absolutely worth it. Once you learn how to work with the soil, it's incredible. Um, and you can adjust the ratios of ingredients to suit your own needs, you know? Like I cheat and I like, well, Road built me a screen out of some, what do you call that? Some mesh material. And so I can screen my pine bark fines, I can screen the perlite, I can screen the granite chips so that all of the particles are approximately the same size. That's very important. And uh, there's no perched water table created in there by like the old thinking was, oh, for drainage you just put a bunch of gravel in the bottom of the pot. Well, no, because right in between that gravel and where the dirt starts, that creates a perched water table where all the excess water gathers. That's basic physics. Okay, that's just basic physics. um so that train of thought is gone out of my head. So I don't do that. You know, it's top to and and if you can't find certain ingredients, there are a lot of different things that can be substituted. Like you can substitute natural fish aquarium gravel that's not colored. You can substitute turfus. You can use cherry stone. I use chicken grit, not the oyster shell, just chicken grit, which is 100% granite chips. For the pine bark fines, I tend to go with a product called Reptibark, available at PetSmart or Myers in their pet section. And hello, Blind, what's up? And so I get the small bags, which is generally the smaller pieces for like smaller reptiles, and then I screen that. And the soil lasts a lot longer too. You don't have to dump it every year, you know. So, but anyway, you know, there's a oh, I just the name of that article, excuse me, is on, and then the Roman numerals like 24 or 25 or something like that. I forget, but anyway, so let's wave at everybody. Hello, everybody. Everybody just joining us. How are you? We're just kind of hanging out. Yeah, and it's called 511 soil recipes from that Garden Web forum. I believe he might actually have some YouTube videos out that show you how to sift your ingredients, where to find them, what it should look like, and how to use it, and all that. So there's a lot of information out there on it. It's pretty cool. Okay, where's Road? Hanging out, laying on the bed, stretching his back out. He's here. He's never far. Oh, caffeine. Good Lord. Gotta have that. So, God, that's gonna drive me insane that I can't think of the name of the article. Dum, 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 dum. It's a big long message, but if you read the whole first part where Tapla introduces the subject of container soils, uh, moisture. It's something in moisture retention. It's container soils, something in moisture retention. Anyway, so but yeah, once you start to read it and you get into the reasoning, the logic of why, what roots need how they're kept healthy and all that. It just, like, when I got done reading it, it just blew my mind. I was like, oh my God, why didn't I see all that? You know, why wasn't it totally apparent to me that growing in the ground is completely different than growing in a pot? You cannot replicate Mother Nature in a pot. You just can't. Not all of those ingredients that Mother Nature provides will be there. They can't possibly be, you know. Um, you can even winter over, like if you grow like let's say I grew a oh, I don't know, a wisteria vine. Okay, let's say I wanted to train a wisteria vine and make like a little standard out of it or something in a pot. What I could do is in the winter I could bring that. If it were like almost to my zone, what I could do is I could bring that pot into my garage, right, and let it winter over in the garage, because the garage isn't heated, but that building will provide it, protection from the frigid wind, which is basically what kills plants. They can't tolerate that, that icy wind, that, when we get the below zero wind chill. That's what gets them, especially if they're not, if they don't have a good blanket of snow as insulation. So basically, what you do is when Mother Nature provides snow, you take a shovel full of snow in there and just, throw it over the pots. Let that have the amount of moisture that Mother Nature is providing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So okay, let's talk about something else. So Wildlife Wanda channel. There you go. Awesome. But yeah, I've been yakking about soil and plants and container gardening and that kind of thing. But yeah, bulbs are something I'm pretty passionate about. I dig them. I think they're kind of cool. Especially when I grew what the heck was it? Oh, when I had a Scadoxis bulb, and they call it like a firecracker. Um, doesn't grow here. I believe they're from South Africa. Absolutely beautiful. But yeah, that thing was gorgeous, and I had that in gritty mix for a very long time. I had a lot of my bulbs die on me because I went north to babysit the grandkids for over summer, and well, shit happens, you know. And as for like, no, I'll get you there. I'll get you there, Jenny. Don't worry about it. I'll get you there. Um, yeah, it's there. It's called container gardening. It's in there. It's there. They make these bulletin boards these message boards difficult to find. I don't know why. Probably because I think when they bought out Garden Web, they're not really a gardening site. They're more about home decorating and construction, that kind of thing. So, they don't put a lot of effort into making it easy to find the gardening end of it. But once you do find the different, you know, there is a list. There is a list of a lot of different gardening forums. Everything from, um, oh my God, annuals to Zen gardens. I'm telling you, man, it's definitely in there. Someone gave me a thumbs down. Okay. Well, you know what they say about opinions, right? So, yeah, it's the forum you're looking for is actually it's called container gardening. But well, that's okay, you know. Look at my hair today. I look like a little troll too. There we go. How's that? Remember those little troll creatures? I think everybody had one or two. Some people stuck them on their dashboards. Silly little toys from when we were kids. When you think about it, those things were pretty hideous, man. But I remember them. Yeah, like it really matters, right, Jenny? I don't care. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Hey, you can't please everyone all the time. That's just the way of the world, right? So, hash with hag. That's right. The other day we did a little hash with hag, and that was nice. That was nice. We had some visitors in from one of our states that is not connected to the contiguous U.S. And yeah, I shared a little with him, and he was very happy. Although why you wouldn't be, I don't know. So anyway, well, you know, I always keep a little, so no problem, Wanda. You'll be here, and if you're not, we'll figure something out. You'll get here again eventually. I know you will. Well, you know, that's the way of it. There is no way that you are going to stop greed and gluttony from happening. So, you know, I our planet is beyond saving. We are the virus on this planet. And as George Carlin once said, we're like a bad case of fleas. One day, this planet will shake us off just like a bad case of fleas. And we are well on our way. Earth will still be here. We won't. But that'll be our own damn fault, right? Yep, our stratosphere and atmosphere are becoming more destroyed as time goes by. Climate change is definitely happening. It isn't just a conspiracy theory. Look around. Uh, our mangroves are disappearing. Those are very important. Our rainforests are disappearing. Well, you know how it is. Honestly, I'm not sure their votes really count. All of our political parties are corrupt. There's no way around it. Those that have the money, so we got that going on. How we fight that, I have no idea. Yeah, and they're killing us too. Look at all the cancers that are caused just by poisons, insecticides, herbicides. Yep, we're overpopulated. We are overpopulated. And, we don't call. We don't call. This is why, viruses and things like that, illnesses and disease are why they are. Is, it's Mother Nature's way of, trying to balance herself, basically. Just the same way Mother Nature does with animals. The weak and the sick don't make it. There is a there is a cycle. There's an ecological cycle that works and has to work. But we are not good stewards of our planet. No, no, we are not. And it's too late now. We're over the tipping point, folks. We are over the tipping point. I'm on the downside of life, so but I tell you what, if I knew 40, 50 years ago what I know now, wouldn't have children. Not if I knew that this is the kind of planet we'd be leaving to them. And this was the kind of, social conditioning they would be inducted basically into. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Yep, we sure are. We sure are. We're sucking out finite reserves, finite resources that are never coming back. It took millions of years to form. And once it's gone, it's gone. It'll be millions more years before stuff like that comes back, if it even will. So. Well, and again, this is commercial, you know, commercial for a commercial food source, or, whatever commercial, we run a small herd of goats. We run about, I don't know, 20 goats, 25, 30 goats. Once we get up to 30, we start knocking it back because it's just, yeah, we're about 3 degrees off right now, I believe, and it's gonna keep going. But yeah, you want to read about, you want to be completely disappointed and feel utterly hopeless. Watch a movie called Zeitgeist, and there's a second movie, and read a book by, there's a book called The Storms of My Grandchildren by James Hansen. He was one of the top scientists at NASA's Goddard Institute. And way back in the day, decades ago, they started screaming about climate change and how we had to do something like now to slow it. And whoever was in power at the time basically silenced them. So, Yep. Yep. It's all about money. It's all about greed. It's all about greed. That's what it is. That's what's going to kill this planet. Yep. It is scary. It is. Think about it. We saw Zeitgeist, the first movie, years ago, and after watching it, just the feeling that swept over us, like it's just utter hopelessness for the future. Just utter hopelessness, like depression. We're just peons. There's not a damn thing we can do. We can each do our part. We can each try, but in the end, unless enough of us are trying, unless enough of us try to fix it, it's not going to be fixed. And most people have been so conditioned that, you know, social conditioning, indoctrination, everybody, well, of course the government won't. Well, actually, they have to acknowledge it now, but, because what's happening, but yeah, yeah, it's pretty scary to think about what the world's going to look like when my grandchildren are adults, what they might have to deal with. That's what's scary. What kind of air are they going to have to breathe? Will there be potable water? What's their food source going to look like? But yeah, we do our part. We've got our little corner of the world here, and we run everything organic. So, hopefully that will be maintained, beyond us. And I'm pretty sure my daughter will. But yeah, it's uh, it's really sad to think about. It really knocks your dick in the dirt once you watch that, and you go, wow, yeah, you know. And then you start. If you have an open mind and you watch all this stuff and you know you don't really care what others think about your opinions and what you are looking at and how you think and feel. What's logical to us, yeah, it's. Oh, yeah, you should see the size of our compost pile. Well, you have seen it. It's ginormous. But yeah, we compost everything. Everything goes back to dirt, you know? Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Yep. And it gets reused. And we try to be good stewards of the various animal populations that are here. And that includes doing some things that, yep, well, and that's where most of our jobs went, you know, to make things cheaper. Quality's gone, it's quantity. Yep, nope, I'd rather die on my feet than live on my knees, I'll tell you that much. No to tyranny. Yes to our Constitution. And there's a lot in there that needs to be fixed too, you know? It's not perfect. There is no perfect form of government, I don't think. But I feel like a democratic republic is probably one of your better ones, if you can maintain it without corruption and greed. But here we are, you know. Yeah, it's a subject that you could just talk about forever because there's just so much wrong, you know. Our government is a wholly owned subsidiary of corporate America, you know. Everybody's got his hand in the next guy's pocket. And what I don't really understand the end game, I'm still kind of puzzled about that one, you know. If you destroy your middle class, where does the money that you collect, because money moves upward in our society, where's that going to come from? Because once your middle class is destroyed, that's where your money comes from if you are in that upper tier. So what then? What then? You know, doesn't make a lot of sense. But hey, let's not get all depressed. We don't need that. We need to think about, you know, what we do have and be grateful for what we do have. You know, good friends, family. Got a roof overhead, food in my belly, and my good friends and family, and that's all I need, you know? And my goats. I love my goats. Oh, man. My hands are so sore. I did a whole bunch of laundry by hand today. And my wrists, just from wringing out a couple sweaters. Good Lord. I know, I can't either. It's going to be so much fun, Wanda. My kids already have their tent site picked out. They got a new tent. They're all excited. So this one is awesome. It's kind of like blinking cursors. It doesn't have like 6,000 poles to hold it up, which is really cool. So it goes up in a matter of minutes. It's nice. Yes, it will be awesome. It will be awesome. So we've got a little fire pit going on. So we'll have shade to sit under during the day if it's warm, too warm. And after, you know, once a certain time hits, we'll start a little fire. And, you know, maybe make s'mores or roast marshmallows or whatever. And, yeah, we'll have, hopefully Dulce will bestow her culinary expertise. And that'll be awesome. And if she doesn't, hey, we've got a good-sized grill. We can always go with that. And we've also got a propane tank attached to a big burner. So, you know, we could do like a big pot of something. I mean, you know, the variables are endless. So, yeah, we're going to have a good time. Gonna have a good time. We're going to have a good time. All right. I'm getting punchy. I am tired, man. It's been a long, long day of running up and down, up and down. Yes, you can. Yep, Polly's mother passed away last night. Hopefully in her sleep, I don't know. It looked like she was laying down. But she was very old. But we've got Polly, so the line continues. Polly's pretty cool. Her full name is Pollyanna Piddlebottom. That's her full name. Pollyanna Piddlebottom. She was one of my bottle babies. So she was raised by hand. And, yep, I got up every 2 hours to feed her and take care of her. She was a triplet, I believe. And normally, in nature, since a goat only has 2 teeth, twins are normal. The first birthing is a single, and after that, they give birth to twins. And thank you. Yeah, she is. She's really pretty. She's part cashmere, so she's half cashmere. Her undercoat, unfortunately, it's not really enough to make anything out of. I don't know. I don't spin, so, you know. But her undercoat is just, it's gorgeous, and it would be really, really cool to see something made out of it, like a little hat or, you know, a scarf or mittens or something. I don't know. I don't spin. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Peanut is another one of my bottle babies. Peanut was a bottle baby. Polly was a bottle baby. Mr. Pinner was a bottle baby. Who else was a bottle baby? Oh, probably a bunch more that just got let out with the rest of the herd. But yeah, I've raised quite a few babies in my bedroom, believe it or not. They come in and they spend like the first week in a little Rubbermaid tub. Um, and yeah, I'm up every 2 hours bottle feeding. And, Road goes out and milks their mother. And then after that, they go into, we have like a baby pool and a puppy pen. And I fill the puppy pen with pine bedding and a little bit of hay. And that's where they learn to eat hay. And I give them a little corn and some mineral and, sweet feed or whatever. So, yeah, they learn that. And then from there, they go out into the barn. And then we kind of introduce them into the girl herd that doesn't have a male. And then from there, they go out with the rest of the herd. So, oh man. So, anyway. Yeah, I know, Bouncer. It's really weird, though. I mean, you think about it, and you would think that if there's no such thing as enough, as far as you're concerned, with your bank account, why would you want to destroy what feeds that bank account? You know what I mean? It just doesn't make any sense to me. So, but honestly, I don't even think our votes count. If you want the truth, I think it's rigged. I think a system is rigged. I don't think it matters which political party you belong to. I think they're all corrupt. They all have varying degrees of corruption. Some are just more blatant than others. I don't know. I mean, I, yeah, I've got my own opinions on it. And so far, honestly, I don't really see anybody worth voting for. I really don't. Not as a presidential candidate. I don't see anybody that I would consider somebody that I'd want in office. But, I mean, right to life. What about the right to choose? What about the right to your own privacy? The right to, you know, my body, my choice. You know, I'm a feminist, and I'm proud of that fact. And I think a lot of people are confused about what that actually means. And I think a lot of people are confused about what socialism is, because we have a lot of socialism or socialistic programs running in this country today, and people don't even think about it. You know, Social Security, for instance. Our infrastructure. These are things we all pay for. We all pool money together, to pay for. So, I don't know. Yeah, well, see, and that's why I prefer to stay kind of off the grid, and I'd like to get further off the grid. Um, I don't feel like I want to work for somebody else and give them, a portion of my labor. That's not fair. I feel like if I worked for it, then it's mine, you know, and I don't take more than I need. I don't have it just to have it. You know, I don't want to be rich. I don't want to be wealthy. I think there's more problems. Well, of course, we are, quote, the great unwashed. I'm sure you've heard that before, you know. Oh yeah, definitely. I'm totally a feminist. Rhodes a feminist. He agrees with me. You know, women are not lower than men. Show me where we have, men have one less rib because of, what organized religion tells us. Show me that medically. Show me that scientifically. You can't. So I'm sorry, but we're all equal. Everyone. We're all human. We all bleed red. Doesn't matter what color you are, what size you are, what nationality you are. We're all human. So, yeah, unfortunately, we're cattle. I know. And corporations treat us that way, But, see, and that's where our power, I feel like most of our power is in purchasing power. You know, if you want to stick it to the man, use your wallet, use your credit cards. That's how you stick it to the man. Quit buying crap out of China. Quit buying, stuff that isn't quality. Quit buying that shit. Quit buying disposable crap. And, I think that's where most think that counts as much as we think it does. But I think that we hold a lot more power than we think we do. And a lot of it is in our purchasing power. And, knowing what our rights and freedoms are, knowing them, knowing. And I don't think a lot of people do. I think we've been dumbed down. Look at our education system. Exactly. And that's what we are. We're a disposable society, They don't build things. Back in the day, remember when things were made in America and made with quality. And it wouldn't matter if they were made in another country. And, we're not just, we're part of a global system, And we have to respect that too, I think. We have to think about that too. We're not the only, country on the planet, But by the same token, it's our our need to have everything cheaper, and that causes sweatshops to maintain, and it causes other countries to keep their people making lesser, not enough to take care of their families. So yeah, I think we have a lot of. I think we just, a lot of people just don't realize where our power really lies. I think a lot of it lies in what we buy, what we purchase, how we live. So, anyway. What time is it, dude?
I don't know.
Well, we've been on here for a couple hours now.
Look at your timestamp on one of your chats.
Oh. Damn it. I can't. I am blind as a bat. Anyway. Yeah, I know. Your back. I know. Your back is killing you. Mine isn't doing that great either. What I need to do is get these shoes off my feet and get into some comfy house slippers. That's what I really need to do. These shoes. They're wonderful. Wonderful shoes. They're a pair of Justin Ropers. And they're really nice for what I need. But the soles are really hard on my feet. Oh, and they're starting to come apart. God damn it. Oh, they don't make anything like they used to, right? Well, when it comes to the police, man, again, here we are. We're taught from a very young age to just automatically respect whatever authority's out there, to not even think about it, And that's just so wrong, I wasn't really taught that way. I was taught to stand up for what I believe in, So, I got that going on. But, yeah, it's, oh, man. My nose has dry skin all over it. Dude. I say dude all the time. Dude. But yeah. Oh man. Yeah, I say dude way too much. But All right. Positive vibes to you too, Wanda. Take care. We'll see you later. And shout out to everyone. Oh, yeah. Food wise in my stomach. And, you know, I will try to get that link for that gardening thing and transfer it over to Rhodes' Facebook message thing so that he can transfer it to YouTube and throw it up in Nightbot or something so you guys can all have it. But there are some really killer articles on container gardening and gardening in general for those who are interested. And you're going to laugh when you read some of the shit over there too because you'd be surprised at what kind of arguments ensue over plants and how to take care of them. Honestly, it's hilarious. It is just hilarious. I pretty much gave up on it and I use it for information. I don't, I have an account there and I belong, but I don't. There's actually a forum there called Hot Topics that's very political in nature, and it is so freaking filled with trolls, and it is so hilarious, and the idiocy over there is just over the top. So I used to hang out over there a lot, and I gave up. I don't even go there anymore. It's just it's one of those it's one of those things where you just can't handle it anymore, and you go, screw this, I got better things to do with my time, right? So, but anyway, I don't know. Winter is coming. We're prepared, I think. Almost. I need to build a door for that uh, doorway we cut in the barn. And I don't know. We need to do a few other things, fencing wise and whatnot. But you know, we have to rewire the thermostat. But yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. We got to put a couple of deer up in the freezer. We got to process the apples. I got a few other things out in the garden that I have to process, pick and process, and I don't know, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Oh God, yeah. I'm hoping we don't get frost. It would not be good. We need to get the apples off the tree real quick here. So, Hunger Games. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I don't know if anybody has the free version of Tubi for movie streaming, TV streaming, but all four of the Hunger Games movies are on there right now, and I went back and watched them from the beginning, and yeah, it's messed up, man. Just think that could actually happen, the Hunger Games, and may the odds ever in your favor. So I guess I better get more proficient with a bow, huh? I don't know. Doing makeup with closed eyes. Okay. Yeah, there's four of them. I can't remember if I saw the last one or not. I haven't gotten that far with the, what do you call it? With the freebie uh, streaming service we have. But anyway, yeah, they're all up. And I watched the first two, I don't know, about a week ago. I haven't really been paying, I haven't really gotten back to it. But I did a lot of movies that I like TV playing at night just like for background noise to help me sleep. And then I get up in the middle of the night a lot because I have insomnia. So yeah, I'll just put something on and you know. Well, and that's part of it. You shut down factories that process food. And I was asking somebody this the other day on one of the message boards I belong to about, um, you know, uh, I mean, we have a pretty large population as a nation. How many of us actually, have the ability to survive without the modern conveniences? How many of us know where our food comes from? How many of us would know where to get it and how to process it without being sick? Without poisoning yourself. Which plants are edible, when to pick them, what parts to use. How many people actually could hunt or trap and actually use, know how to. I mean, right down to the bare bones survival. Where to find potable water or how to make it potable if it's not. You know, I think a lot of people, if the store shelves were, if our food chain, our commercial food chain were interrupted for any long length of time, I foresee a lot of problems, because most people are so used to the conveniences of modern society, they have no fucking clue. They don't have one clue. Exactly, Mama. They're absolutely clueless. I mean, think about that. Most people can't build, a fire without a lighter or matches. Most people can't, wouldn't know how to, you know, what to do in an emergency situation. If somebody were hurt, or bleeding, most people wouldn't know what to do. Uh, we're so used to just picking up the phone. I mean, good God, what would happen if like cell phone service or the internet just weren't there anymore, or if you had no power? Or no gas for your stove. I mean, how many people could actually survive? Build a shelter if you needed shelter. A lot of people would die of exposure real quick. I mean, you can go, it's the rule of three: 3 minutes without air, 3 days without water, and 3 weeks without food, I believe it is. And after that, I don't know. I just think that a lot of people, not just in our country, but worldwide, a lot of people are not prepared. We have become so used to modern conveniences. Well, and that's a problem, Bouncer. I mean, that's the way I'm looking at it too. Is that it would be utter chaos. Utter chaos. You know, those of us that had skills would have to band together and either help out those that didn't, or protect ourselves from those that were violent. So I don't know. I don't know. I just hope violence wouldn't ensue, but you never know. Okay, well, but you know what lack of food does to the mind and the body. So you know, once your body starts cannibalizing itself. I mean, some of us have a little extra fat we could use, but I don't have that much. I'm not utterly thin, but you know, yeah. But I mean, think about it. Most people are, get up and what's the first thing they do? They run down to Starbucks or somewhere and grab coffee, some flavored coffee, and you know, uh, I, yeah, they go through their day, eating crap that's already prepared. Uh, you know, keeping warm. Warmth in winter and air conditioning in summer is just like a given. You know what I mean? I mean, just so many people are just unprepared for the worst case scenario. But let's hope it doesn't come to that. So, cook that belt. No, I don't know, man. Not with the way they tan things. No, there are too many chemicals, man. Formaldehyde, yeah. Wiki belt. Yeah, I watched some kind of uh, documentary once on they were tanning hides, and I can't remember where the hell it was around the world, but it was bizarre. Um, and I guess from what they were saying, the stink was just, and it was just a small place that was doing it. It was somewhere in somewhat like Indonesia or somewhere, I forget, but they were tanning like cattle hides or some or goat hides or something. I don't remember exactly, but yeah, it was pretty interesting. But oh yeah, insects contain a ton of protein. I'd be eating crickets and shit. Hell yeah, yeah, no kidding, huh, Mama? I'm telling you. Hope several generations from now, what is our world going to look like? And what are our grandchildren, great grandchildren going to have to go through? You know, it's all an unknown at this point. You know, and I honestly, world leadership, it's not going to save us. That's what they say. I don't. Well, I'm not sure. I insects with like you know, a lot of seasonings on them. They that's like street food. That's snack food, and apparently it's very good. Yeah, apparently, you know, the first things you should grab up are toilet paper and bottled water and oh, paper towels. Oh my God. Oh my God. You know, we got to have paper towels. You know, for God's sakes, what did we do before paper products were invented like that? You know, commercialized. You know. Yeah, I know they are. That's the problem is that you know that top tier is they're only worried about themselves, not anyone else really. Look at the leadership. I mean, it's just horrid. You know, if it makes them wealthier, they're all for it. Cutting taxes on the rich, yeah, that's the way to go. How about cutting taxes on the poor and making the rich actually pay their fair share? Doesn't that sound more, you know, equal? I don't know. Seems kind of logical to me. The soft shoe shuffle. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure, Jenny. They had them in these giant cement vats, and they had like different colors. They were like they were like tanning them and then dyeing them, and they were like these guys had like red feet and legs. They were like walking around in these big vats of like leather hides floating around, and like some were red, some were blue. I mean, it was pretty interesting. You know, I love watching documentaries. Road hates them, so, but exactly, bouncer. You know, it doesn't have to be terry cloth either. Good linen is, you know. Yeah, how about it? Oh, I was just saying the other day, honest to God, I was doing some laundry by hand, right? And I'm looking at like all the underwear I have, and honestly, I've got some pairs talking about quality, okay? I actually have a couple of pairs of underwear that are like pushing 30 years old, and the elastic is still in good shape. They're from Victoria's Secret. The stuff I've bought elsewhere has it's just falling apart. Well, it's not just like psychopaths. It's like just plain old lack of critical thought. You know, people don't think for themselves. You know, they're perfectly willing to accept what someone tells them at face value. Ridiculous, man. You know, if I hear something, I want to actually go look it up. I want to find it. I want to find out, and not just from one source, but from a bunch. You know, because that bunch will, I mean, what is it like? Occam's razor, right? So, or something to that. I will wipe with the shirty rant if necessary. Lack of intelligence. And natural exposure to the natural world is a sin. I don't believe in sin. You're either decent or you're not. I was raised Catholic. I'm an atheist now. I think that everything we need to be decent individuals, we already possess right here inside. Okay? And, it's all in, a lot of it is learned behavior. So, there's just a lot of things we can break generationally just by teaching our children a different way, a better way, like racism, for instance, that doesn't even have to exist. All we have to do is teach our children that everybody, deserves an equal shot, that everybody, all humans are created equal. That's pretty much all we got to do. Well, exactly, I mean, that's another thing, that's crazy. Why? I don't know. Yeah, a long time ago when I was very young, I thought about joining like wait a minute. I will be owned for at least 2 years. Yes. Yeah, no. 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 It's not worth it. Especially, I mean they do the hard sell on, what all the benefits are, and they make it look so cool and so good and everything, but it's really not, you know. Plus, why the hell are we why the hell would we want to go to war with a people that have done nothing to us? You know what I mean? So, I don't know. You're funny. You're hilarious. Oh, man. All right. We're running up here on 2 3/4 hours of being on here, so my legs are about ready to give out, and I am tired. So I am going to say good night to everyone. Um, yeah, that's true. Plus, honestly, Stephen, or Tunis, whichever you like to be called, war's profitable. I mean, think about it. Think about the companies that sell to both sides, in a war. They're the ones that are winning, right? So anyway, on that note, let's close it out, and we will maybe resume tomorrow if we have a good day. So how about thanks for joining us on the most boring live stream ever to hit YouTube, and we'll maybe be back tomorrow for another exciting episode of feeding goats and chickens and that kind of thing. So tune in. All right, take care, everyone. Have a good night. Love y'all. Peace. Later. All right, what am I doing here? 50x. Got it. All right.